Richard Thomas was born on June 13, 1951, in New York City, into a family immersed in the world of ballet and performance. His parents, Richard S. Thomas and Barbara Fall, were professional ballet dancers with the New York City Ballet, and their artistic lifestyle shaped his early years. Growing up surrounded by the discipline of the performing arts, Thomas was exposed to rehearsals and performance from an early age. This deep immersion allowed him to develop an innate comfort with performance and a clear understanding of the commitment required to succeed in the arts. By the time he was a child, Thomas was already appearing on Broadway and television, an early demonstration of the dedication he would continue to bring to his career throughout his life. Early career and steady growth. Thomas's acting journey began in the early 1960s, where he appeared in several television dramas such as The Defenders, Hallmark Hall of Fame, and The Edge of Night. Despite being a child actor, he exhibited a maturity that set him apart from his peers. He quickly gained recognition for his naturalistic performances and emotional depth, which earned him respect in the industry. Unlike many child stars who struggled to transition into adult roles, Thomas navigated the shift with ease, developing into a versatile actor, capable of taking on complex and nuanced roles. His professional growth came with steady choices that expanded his range, including playing adult characters in both film and television projects. The Waltons, Richard Thomas as John-Boy. Walton Thomas's big break came in 1972, when he was cast as John-Boy Walton, the eldest son in The Waltons, a show set during the Great Depression. This role became a defining moment in his career. As John-Boy, Richard Thomas captured the essence of the character, a sensitive young man with dreams and ambitions, burdened by responsibility, but guided by a strong moral compass. His portrayal resonated with audiences, and he quickly became the emotional core of the series. John-Boy was not just a symbol of Americana, he represented the struggles and hopes of a generation. For his performance, Thomas won an Emmy Award in 1973, making him one of the youngest recipients of the honor. This was the beginning of a career filled with accolades and heartfelt performances. Branching out, Thomas's artistic decisions. After leaving the Waltons in 1977, Thomas chose to move away from the spotlight of his iconic role and pursue a wider range of projects. He made a conscious decision to focus on his growth as an actor, rather than bask in the fame of his earlier success. This willingness to take risks and challenge himself artistically led him to a variety of roles in films like Red Sky at Morning, 1971, Battle Beyond the Stars, 1980, and Wonder Boys, 2000, and in television projects such as Roots, The Next Generation, 1979. It was also in 1990 that Thomas introduced himself to a new generation with his portrayal of adult Bill Denbrough in Stephen King's It. This shift in roles showed his ability to handle darker, more psychologically complex material, expanding his repertoire even further. Theater, Richard Thomas's true passion. While television and film brought Thomas fame, theater has always been his true creative home. He has appeared in numerous Broadway and off-Broadway productions, including 5th of July, The Stendhal Syndrome, Democracy, and Race. Thomas's stage work has been praised for its emotional precision and clarity, as well as his ability to connect deeply with the material. For Thomas, theater provided a space to refine his craft, focusing on the essence of acting, the truth of the moment. Throughout his career, theater has remained a constant for him, a grounding element that allowed him to continue developing as a performer and storyteller. Family life, a balance between fame and personal responsibility. Richard Thomas's personal life has been marked by his deep commitment to family, mirroring the themes of responsibility and love often found in his acting roles. In 1975, he married Alma Gonzalez, and together they started a family with the birth of their son in 1976. In 1981, the couple welcomed triplets, adding to the challenges and joys of raising a large family. Throughout this time, Thomas managed the balancing act of being a successful actor while being present for his children, juggling the demands of a growing career and a bustling home life. This commitment to his family was something Thomas always valued, and he found the joy of fatherhood to be an essential part of his identity. Navigating divorce and new beginnings. After nearly 2 decades together, Richard Thomas and Alma Gonzalez divorced in 1993. The end of their marriage was an emotional turning point for Thomas, especially with the responsibility of raising children. Divorce, particularly when children are involved, is always complex and challenging. However, Thomas approached this period with maturity and grace, remaining a steady presence in his children's lives. In 1994, he married Georgiana Bischoff, a Santa Fe art dealer, blending their lives and families together. This union further emphasized Thomas's commitment to family, as he adopted Bischoff's 2 daughters from a previous marriage, demonstrating that fatherhood goes beyond biology and is rooted in care and presence. In 1996, the couple welcomed a son, completing their family. New York, a life of creative balance. Today, Richard Thomas lives in New York with his wife Georgiana Bischoff, where he remains closely connected to the theater community. New York, with its rich cultural history, offers Thomas the perfect backdrop to continue his stage career, while also maintaining the privacy and stability that family life provides. The balance between artistic engagement and personal privacy allows Thomas to thrive in both his professional and personal lives. Their home is a reflection of these values, a place where family bonds can flourish amidst the backdrop of Thomas's long-standing love affair with the arts. Ellen Corby, a quiet mentor on the Waltons. As Richard Thomas reflects on his career at the age of 74, he often speaks with great reverence about his time on the Waltons and the impact it had on his life. One person who left an indelible mark on him was Ellen Corby, who portrayed the formidable yet tender Esther Grandma Walton. For many years, Thomas rarely spoke in detail about Corby, but with time, he has begun to open up about her influence on him, both as an actor and as a young man navigating the professional world. Corby, a seasoned performer, had a quiet strength that resonated deeply with Thomas. She carried authority in her bones, Thomas said, reflecting on her presence on set. He noted that, while he was still learning how to be an adult, Corby's seasoned experience provided him with subtle guidance. Corby's resilience, a lesson in determination. Thomas has often spoken about Corby's health struggles, particularly after she suffered a stroke in 1976 that dramatically affected her mobility and speech. Despite these challenges, Corby's determination to return to the set left a lasting impression on Thomas. He recalled how her perseverance during such a difficult time was both heartbreaking and inspiring. "What I remember most is her determination," Thomas shared. He went on to explain how her commitment to her craft, despite her physical challenges, taught him invaluable lessons about resilience. Seeing Corby work through her limitations showed him that true dedication to acting comes from within, and it's not about perfection, but about showing up and giving everything to the performance. Ellen Corby, a quiet mentor and source of wisdom. Off camera, Corby was known for being private and sometimes perceived as distant, but Thomas believed this was a protective layer. People sometimes thought she was stern or distant, but I think that was her armor, he said. Thomas emphasized that Corby was deeply caring, but she expressed it in ways that were often understated. Through her professionalism, focus, and commitment, Corby showed her affection and love for the cast, and Thomas learned from her how to approach work with integrity and thoughtfulness. "She showed me that longevity in this business comes from integrity," Thomas said, crediting Corby for teaching him the value of respecting the work, the people around you, and the process of performance. A legacy of quiet strength. Richard Thomas views Ellen Corby's legacy not just as part of television history, but as an integral part of his personal history. Reflecting on her influence, Thomas said, "I grew up with her there. guiding us all in ways we didn't fully understand at the time. His words reveal a deep sense of gratitude toward Corby, a woman whose quiet strength and commitment to her craft shaped not only the Waltons, but also Thomas's own journey as an actor. At 74, Thomas acknowledges the profound impact that Corby had on his development, not just as a colleague, but as a mentor who helped him understand the true meaning of dedication to the craft of acting.